Nupur Sharma continues to dominate the discourse. Now there's an open letter that has been written to the Supreme Court judges on the Nupur Sharma case. A letter appeals to judges to have their remarks expunged from records. Total 117 signatories consisting of 15 retired judges, 77 retired bureaucrats and 25 retired armed forces officers. If you recall, Supreme Court had made some very stinging comments against Nupur Sharma. One of the observations, in fact, is that she was single-handedly responsible for the situation in the country. It was interpreted to mean that the gruesome killing that happened in Udaipur, people could justify the Udaipur killing by saying that this is what the Supreme Court had said. That was one of the interpretations. Tejinder Singh Sodhi is joining me on the phone on this. Tejinder, this letter that has been written by some of the eminent person in the society, including retired jurists and armed forces personnel, what exactly are the contents of this letter?
See, after the Honorable Supreme Court, the two-judge bench of the Supreme Court passed the comments against Nupur Sharma when she had filed a plea in the Supreme Court seeking transfer of all the cases registered against her to the Supreme Court. Now these concerned citizens, which include several retired bureaucrats, several retired senior police officials, including the former Director Generals of Police, several senior former judges and senior members of the civil society, they have written a letter. There are two such letters. One has been written from the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, which has 7 signatories, which include several former bureaucrats, several former Director General of Police, and there is another letter which is signed by 117 retired senior officials, including former judges, bureaucrats. They have asked the Supreme Court to intervene and ask the Honorable Justice Surya Kant to withdraw the comments which he had made. They say that making such a comment has put the life of Nupur Sharma on risk. This letter also says that there have been several instances of protest, there have been several instances of violence that have been going on, and putting the onus on Nupur Sharma has not only risked her life but the life of her family also. They are saying that these comments made by Justice Surya Kant should be immediately withdrawn, and the Chief Justice of India should look into the comments made by her because made by Justice Surya Kant, because such type of comments in future would have a different connotation, and all the protest, all the violence that is going on across the country because of the comments that Nupur Sharma had made on a TV show, that the putting the onus of all the violence on Nupur Sharma would not only jeopardize the safety and security of Nupur Sharma and her family, but would be detrimental for the safety and security of the country as well, and it would have a detrimental effect for the security of the nation. So these concerned citizens, they have written to the Supreme Court asking the Supreme Court to ask Justice Surya Kant to withdraw his comments made against Nupur Sharma. Yes.
So is this letter addressed to the registry or to the Chief Justice of India or to the two judges who were presiding on that bench?
See, there are two such letters. As I earlier mentioned, that one letter has been written by the former bureaucrats, former judges from the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. They have directly written this letter to the Chief Justice of India, asking him to ask the Justice Surya Kant to withdraw his comments that he had made against Nupur Sharma. But the other letter, which has been signed by around 117 former bureaucrats, former judges, former police officials, former senior military officials from across the country, it has not been addressed to anybody, but they have issued it as a statement and most likely as a statement to media, wherein they have expressed their concern. But as I pointed out, that the one letter, the earlier letter which has been written from Jammu and Kashmir by 17 former senior officials, it has been addressed to the Chief Justice of India. But the other letter is a statement which they have issued on behalf of 117 former judges, former senior bureaucrats and former senior police officials. This is a statement, and this has not been addressed to any body in the country. So it's a statement which has been issued to the media, where they have expressed their concern and they have also requested the Chief Justice of India to ask Justice Surya to withdraw his comments, because these type of comments would have a detrimental effect on the country. The statement says that Nupur Sharma sought access to justice system before the highest court, as that court alone could consider grant of relief being sought. The observation that have no connect with the issue raised in the petition transgressed in an unprecedented manner all canons of dispensation of justice. She was de facto denied access to the judiciary, and in the process, there was an outrage on the preamble spirit and essence of the Constitution of India. So these people are saying that this is an attack on the preamble of the Constitution of India, and hence these type of comments should be immediately withdrawn. Yes.
Thank you for that, Tejinder. Let me also bring in our Supreme Court reporter Ananya Bhatnagar into the conversation. Ananya, multiple such letters have been written by various people to the CJI, to the Supreme Court, asking that these remarks be withdrawn, these observations be withdrawn. Any sense that you get from the apex court, if they are considering these letters, planning to take any action? Because in the last few days, we also saw remarks coming in from the Chief Justice about the judges only owing their allegiance to the Constitution. And one of the judges on the bench, Justice Pardiwala himself, in fact, was quoted to say that, social media is something should be controlled, perhaps. If you can elaborate on those comments also.
Yes, it is a big controversy now, and a lot of people, not only these open statements are being given, but also letter petitions have been addressed to the Chief Justice of India to take suo motu note of these observations that have been made by Justice Surya and Justice J.B. Pardiwala. And in fact, on Sunday, Justice J.B. Pardiwala, while giving out a lecture at one of the conferences, had highlighted that how social media is being used to trigger a divide between the judges, and also the judges, the observations the judges are being debated upon, and a lot of comments are being made, and hence the same should be regulated. So a lot of controversy after this Nupur Sharma had emerged out. In fact, letter petitions have been addressed to the Chief Justice, clearly demanding that the roster of Justice Surya and Justice J.B. Pardiwala, who have made these observations against Nupur Sharma, should be changed, and they should be given out other matters. And immediately these observations have to be taken aback. However, we've not heard from the Chief Justice's office yet, and it would be very, very clear after 11th, when the Supreme Court reopens and the Chief Justice of India sits on the dais again, whether or not a suo motu cognizance of this whole case has been taken up by the court or not. So we'll have to wait until the vacations end, or a statement comes out from the Chief Justice's office. But as of now, there's been no action. All these letters and all these petitions, but definitely these observations of the Supreme Court are becoming a big controversy, and people are condemning it on one hand. But we'll have to wait and watch as to how the Supreme Court and the Chief Justice of India responds to this.
Right. Ananya, will depend on you to tell us about what the Chief Justice and the Supreme Court thinks about these letters and letter petitions that have been addressed. We'll come back to you.